YouTube, what's up? And welcome back to part 8 in the Pokemon LeafGreen playthrough using only poison-type Pokemon. Today, we are going to acquire the 8th and final gym badge in our journey through Kanto here, and then we are going to travel all the way through Victory Road and reach the Indigo Plateau. And that way, when we come back for part 9, we're taking on the Elite Four, and we're going to become the champion using only poison-type Pokemon as seen up there on the team tracker. Now, in terms of the team, there's nothing to talk about today because we're picking it up right where we left off at the end of last episode. And, you know, I didn't do any level grinding. Nobody has new moves to talk about. And we're going to do like a really thorough team check heading into the Elite Four. So, nothing to talk about today in terms of that. But as you can see here, we are currently chilling on one island. And we have to finish the events here on the Sevii Islands, at least the first 3 of them, until we can actually get back to mainland Kanto and go take on Giovanni. So let's go ahead and surf across the water here. We're located just off the where the Pokemon Center is. Easy money. We didn't even get an encounter. Look at that. Now we did already, you know, go up north here. I'll talk to Bill and Celio again, but we basically need to head over to 2 Island and start that sequence of events there, just to show you. How about we try it like that? Okay. They already told me that, but I guess now they're going to completely ignore me, so it is what it is. These nerds are just balls deep in their computer over there. Can't even focus. Beedrill's my goat. Let's go. Hey, great username, by the way. Alright, where are we at here? We're going over to 2 Island. Let's get it. Welcome in, welcome in. We got to do this real quick, get through the Sevii Islands, and then we're going to smoke Giovanni with the 6 poison types here. Now look, man. Word on the street is, you know, the people are saying 6 poison types versus Giovanni, who has all ground types. You might think I'm at a disadvantage, but if you look at the team, especially the bottom 2 Pokemon there, they're going to be faster than everybody on Giovanni's team except for the Doug Trio. So I kind of like my odds in this situation. First, let's go down here because Beedrill still has Cut at this point. And I'm not going to get rid of like Cut, Rock Smash, all that stuff until, oh, it's a revive, okay. Until after we get to the Indigo Plateau at the end of the action today. Also, before we go talk to Lostelle's dad here, a couple things. So shoutouts again to Bill, one of the goated commenters over on the YouTube videos, was telling me to use a, what's it called, like the item finder on this very suspicious looking tile of dry land here because there is a PP max apparently. So I didn't actually know that, so thank you, Bill. Where is the item finder? And then after this, I also want to go a little bit farther north. And the more I'm thinking about it, the more I kind of want to put Frenzy Plant on Venusaur. Is it a good idea? No. But we can absolutely blow up Pokemon in one hit, and especially in the Elite Four too, which is what I'm really trying to do with Venusaur. So, kind of talking about it with chat before we started the recording today. And the more I think about it, the more I like the idea of both Frenzy Plant and Solar Beam, right? Obviously, at this point of the game, with stuff like Slowpoke, well, I thought Venusaur was in the front, but I guess it's not. We can take out stuff like Slowpoke with a Razor Leaf, right? But what we're probably going to do when we get to the Elite Four, we talked about this also last time in Part 7. We teach Beedrill Sunny Day to activate Venusaur's, I wish it has Chlorophyll, but it doesn't, it's just Overgrow. Also, I think there's something back here. Yeah, Rare Candy, that's right. But we teach Sunny Day to Beedrill, and then we go Solar Beam on Venusaur, and then we click Frenzy Plant in case like the sun is not active, right? Just 2 insanely high, you know, high base power moves, and we're just gonna try to take some one-shots in the Elite Four with Venusaur. Although, I think you need to, yeah, that's right, you gotta put Venusaur in the front of the party. She ain't gonna teach Blast Burn to my Ninja, or Hydro Cannon or Frenzy Plant. But here we go. That Venusaur. Oh, this is the one. This is the Pokemon. Shout out Sprouts, man. This Venusaur is worthy of learning my ultimate move. Will you allow it? Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and toss Sleep Powder because it's only 75% accuracy. And I do kind of like Leech Seed a little bit more because it's more reliable. Especially in terms of giving, you know, we could go Leech Seed and Leftovers on Venusaur and then click Frenzy Plant, right? So at least even while we're immobilized the turn after Frenzy Plant, we could still heal up a little bit. So I kind of like the idea here. Who is the hardest gym? Definitely Sabrina. Although, on paper, right? Let's get rid of Sleep Powder here for Frenzy Plant. On paper, Sabrina could have clicked Psychic and got one-shots with her Alakazam on everybody on the squad, so... But she didn't do it. And, in fact, Beedrill single-handedly swept her team. By himself. It was crazy. I know, right? Frenzy Plant's a great name for a move. I kind of want to click it right now just to show off the animation, but clearly it's not going to do anything to a Weeping Bell. So we're just going to run away. Easy money. And actually, because we have to go fight a bunch of poison types in the next area, I think... Well, we could put Jazzy in front because of the dig, but Ninja has Psychic. I also need to heal up, though, to restore the PP, so let me do this before I forget. And we go to Three Island. That's right, Swizzle. It was crazy, man. Beedrill actually completely swept Sabrina. Did not see that coming, but... It worked out. Exactly, yeah. It's like her Alakazam, for some reason, like, never clicks Psychic. Alright, let's do this. Now, where's Lostelle gotten to today? That sentence doesn't even make sense. Either, where has Lostelle gone today? Like, where is she? Or, like, what has Lostelle gotten herself into type thing? But gotten to today? That doesn't make any sense, man. Who coded this game? She always brings me lunch every day right about now. You there. Are you a friend of Lostelle's? Indeed I am, sir. She's one of my best friends. Have you seen Lostelle around? I don't know where she might be. Well, she's getting chased by a creepy-ass Hypno. She should have been here long ago. Lostelle's a cutie. She got my looks. So what if something's happened to my Lostelle? Please help me find her. Please go search Three Island. Right, calm down, sir. I'll go find her. Who is this goofy dude with the mohawk over here? Ha! What is this game corner? How much sadder can this get? Those clowns. They said they'd be waiting on the island. So where are they? Hey you. This is only the Three Island around here. Try waking up before you crawl out of bed, you punk. This is Two Island, doofus. Move it. Get your filthy motorbike out of my place. By the way, why does this guy get to ride his bike inside, and whenever I try, Professor Oak's like, Now, dude. Not the time to use your bike. Huh? Oh, gotcha. These islands are confusing. Anyway. Would you look at that? That punk scuffed up my floor. Well, don't worry. Bust out the mop. I'll go find Lostelle for you, buddy. Wait, there's actually a dancing Beedrill emote? That's pretty sick, man. How'd you get that? That's cool. Alright. Let's go ahead and run over to Three Island and go dominate some bikers. Because they're, of course, blocking the path to get over to the forest there. And we're basically just going to spam Psychic and go crazy right here, because... You know, I would leave with Jazzy for Dig, but, a lot of these fools do have, like, coughings and stuff with Levitate, but... Hey, thank you, I appreciate it. Are you the boss? Go back to Kanto right now. Ha! I just got here, pal. What's with the hostile attitude? It's mighty cold of you. Your gang of followers have been raising havoc on their bikes. Do you have any idea how much trouble they've caused on the island? No, man. I don't get it at all. Look at this place. What do you do for entertainment? You ought to be thanking us for livening up this sleepy village. But hey, if you insist, you can try making us leave. Hey, guys. Over here. I'm gonna make you leave right now. They ain't even paying attention to me yet. You cowards. So tough in a pack. I'll take them all right now. I got a Gengar with Psychic, man. Easy money. You. What are you staring at? Don't you know it's not polite? I don't care about your opinion, man. You want to make something of it or what? Come on. Heh. I like your guts. You'll be losing money to me, but... I should have put on the amulet coin, speaking of money, but whatever. Only true Beedrill believers get to the emote. That's facts. Nobody learned Sludge Bomb, exactly. So we're going to walk into the Elite Four. Only one Pokemon is actually going to have a poison attack on the team right now. I'm using 6 poison attacks, and 6 poison Pokemon. We literally have 0 poison attacks on the team. But, Josh the Golbat is going to be the only one. As Golbat does learn Poison Fang, I want to say like 42, 49, somewhere in there. So it's going to be a hot minute, but like until we get Poison Fang, but we're definitely going to have it because I'm going to have to do some offline grinding to get everybody to like the mid-50s. And obviously, at the end of the episode today, we're not going to be close to the mid-50s. We're only going to be mid-40s across the board. Oh man, don't you dare laugh. Well, your team is kind of a joke, so I might laugh. Aren't you from Kanto? You should be on our side. No, I'm not shaving my head into a mohawk. Ain't no way, bro. Yeah, see, they all got the levitating mons here, so that's why I couldn't leave a Jazzy. I'll just let Gengar get a level up. Well, he already did, but he's about to get another one to get to 41, probably. Especially because the last fight, I think there is like a muck, which will give a lot of experience here. But yeah, when I was first thinking about this team, even before I started the playthrough, and I was kind of looking at the, you know, the poison types over on Cerebi.net. It's like none of them learn, well, they all learn Sludge Bomb, but none of them learn poison attacks naturally. The only one that did was like, you know, Beedrill learned Poison Sting, but it's 15 base power. And actually, I take that back. I think Tentacruel has Acid, but that's like 30 or 40 BP. So it's also hot garbage. Boss, I'm telling you, you gotta do something about this kit, man. Y'all can keep coming, you ain't gonna do nothing about it. I've been watching you. No, you haven't. You were looking the other way the whole time. And I say you've done enough. What are you? Their friend or something? Yeah, these are my buddies. They'll piss off, man. Then I guess you'll be battling me in their place. Okay. Do this with my eyes closed, man. What you got, Pack? Okay, he's got both of them. Both the Evos, Weezing and Muck, I think. You know, these guys be talking a big game, and they, speaking of poison types, they also got all poison types. And along those lines too, I don't know about you guys, but I always thought it was funny that they consider Agatha of the Elite Four a ghost type specialist when she literally has, you know, all 5 of her Pokemon are poison types. Only 3 out of the 5 are ghost types, because of course Gengar and Haunter and Ghastly, that's the only ghost evolution line in Kanto, right? So obviously in later games she did get like a more of a ghost team, but to consider her at the very inception of the history of Pokemon, to consider her a ghost type specialist when she has all poison types has always been kind of sus to me. But I don't know what you guys think about that. But it's kind of always grinded my gears over the years, if you will. Yeah, go right on hanging out with these hayseeds. Alright, see ya. Thank you. Those goons were nothing but bad trouble. Oh look, your Pokemon got hurt on my account. Thanks, buddy. Was the other guy give me something or what? It'd be fantastic if someone as strong as you lived here. I'd hope you get to at least stay here a while. I beg your pardon? You're looking for Lostelle. She went off towards Bond Bridge a while ago. Wonderful. Alright. Let's now throw Jazzy up in front. There is still a couple more battles on the way, and they're just like some tubers or something, but... Oh, Gengar actually learns... Like, Sludge Wave gets into its level up move pool. Yeah, that is nice. Gengar unfortunately did get a nerf, of course, as everybody knows, in future generations when it lost Levitate, but... In this gen, it still does have Levitate, so it's kind of OP. Especially in terms of Giovanni, right? Because... Even though we're running a mono poison squad, we do have 2 answers to ground type, well, 2.5 answers to ground types, because while the entire team is weak to psychic, that is true, all 6 of them. We have 2 Pokemon that are immune to ground attacks, even though they are poison. Of course, Gengar with Levitate and Beedrill. I mean, not Beedrill. Golbat being a flying type. I was gonna say Beedrill is a flying type. But we also, you know, Beedrill and Venusaur also take neutral damage because of being part grass and part bug. So I count those as like halves. And realistically, we only have 2 out of 6 Pokemon that are actually weak to Earthquake. And that is, of course, Tentacruel and Nidoqueen, so... about to burn this Meowth. Because why not? Still don't have superpower on Nidoqueen. I think she learns it at 42 or 43. Something like that. So that's why we had Mega Kick. Just kind of for a second. I thought there'd be something there. You know what? Let's go do this double battle up here. With Jazzy and Josh. We'll go with the JJs here. Yeah, exactly. Tentacruel is super fast. Tentacruel and Gengar are the two fastest. You know, Crobat would be the fastest on the squad with base 130 speed. But, of course, it can't evolve till post-game. I'm about to Rock Slide flinch these two little Clefairies here. Just take one out with a wing attack. Let's see if we can double connect. We hit at least one of them. Okay, we did double connect. Get the flinch. Pain. That's whatever. Just wing attack flamethrower to get rid of it. Hopefully flamethrower takes it out so we don't have to deal with cute charm next turn, but when Josh does try to learn Poison Fang, I'll either get rid of Bite or Confuse Ray. You know, Bite's actually been kind of useful even though it is a special attack. It doesn't hit very hard, but because Golbat can outspeed most of its opponents, I can get flinches because I'm faster. So I kind of like that idea. Confuse Ray, you know, is more of like a troll move. In a pinch, I could click it, but realistically, I'm never gonna really use Confuse Ray, so I'll probably keep Bite, to be honest, and then we just throw Poison Fang over Confuse Ray once I get it. Let's see if I can hit a Mega Kick here with that 70 accuracy. I know, right? Confusion is so annoying. Okay, fine, we'll just burn it. Y'all know if you see my Polished Crystal playthrough how hard I struggled dealing with Confusion. A very annoying status. It's time to use a Repel, by the way. And, well, speaking of Repels, I'm glad I stocked up as well. Yeah, this trainer has Grass type, so Nidoqueen's actually fine. I'm glad I stocked up on Repels, because, like I said, we gotta go through Victory Road today, so it's gonna be a long journey here. Okay, 49 for Golbat. What up, Deej? Good afternoon, man. How you doing today, brother? Did you have another kebab? And where the heck are we at with that shiny Charmander, man? People need to know. They've been asking, Deej. Did she actually have Venusaur as well? I don't remember this. I just remember she had Grass types. Yeah. Oh, you actually live Flamethrower is crazy. Just keep spamming it. Jazz might actually hit level 40 here. Let's see. No, 1087. Ooh, that's close. Have a Venusaur. She got another Ivysaur. Pain. No shiny Fire Lizard yet? That's alright. It's coming, Deej. Yeah. Imagine when we do the finale here and I go catch Mewtwo and Deoxys, and just for no reason, we get a shiny Deoxys first try. Jazzy gonna hate me if I get that. That would be hilarious. But I am gonna go ahead and do that. So part 9 in this playthrough will just be like dominating the Elite Four, and then I will come back to record a part 10, which will be considered the finale of this playthrough. I got a couple things in mind. We'll go catch Deoxys and Mewtwo, but as of right now, I haven't really thought about what else to do. I mean, we could go after Zapdos as well, but we'll kind of cross that bridge when we get there type thing. I do also kind of want to go through the rest of the Sevii Islands, actually. I thought there'd be a berry in all these dark spots. I guess only some of them. Just to kind of showcase to the people, exactly what there is to do on all the Sevii Islands. So right now, thinking that's probably going to be like the main 3 focal points of part 10. Mewtwo, Deoxys, and we'll go through Islands 4 through 7. we'll see what else we throw in there as well. But this series is going to conclude after 10 parts. Really, it's going to conclude after 9 parts because we will become champion during the next episode. But I'm still going to come back and hit a part 10. Just be like a chill, relaxing sesh. We just go around and get some legendaries and stuff. Oh yeah, Jazzy, I forgot to ask you, by the way. So did you restart your save file? You did, right? To play with Blastoise now. How come you didn't go after the legendary beast of Johto? I forgot to ask you earlier, but I was wondering if you're going to try to shiny hunt those. That would be crazy. Because I know the Johto beasts are roaming, but there's only, well, I can't say beasts plural. It's only one of them, depending upon which of the 3 Cantonian starters you pick. So that, man, I don't know if they can be shiny. I'm pretty sure they can, right? That would be a crazy pull if somebody found one of those. I'm gonna go ahead and go down here for this rare candy as well. Even though we gotta go cut a bunch of bushes here. Oh yeah, Lugia and Ho-Oh, that's right. That's true, we could go catch those in part 10 as well. I'm probably gonna have to record that on Sunday, because that could be like a 2-hour juicer. You know me, when I go catch the legendaries, I'm slinging nothing but great balls at them, because that's my favorite Pokeball, so... We could be there for quite a few hours. Trying to catch Zapdos, Moltres. I mean, I don't really care about Moltres and Articuno, but I need my GOAT, Zapdos. And I do want to get Mewtwo and Deoxys and Great Balls as well. Even though I have them all in Pokemon Home already, but cool to have another one. The stats on the roaming Pokemon are bad. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, right, from I did see that you said Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. That's a good call. Alright. Hopefully we... Okay, I wanted to go up here and grab this Lumberry first. What? The Lumberry didn't want to spawn today. Pain. Alright, Lostelle. Here comes the Hypno. Let's take it out. Wonder if I could one-shot it with a dig. Probably not, but let's... Yeah, not even close, but let's try. Maybe I'll get a crit. I don't know why, but this thing always clicks meditate. It's kind of funny. Low-key, though, this thing did mess me up in Pokemon Emerald Rogue because, after it clicked meditate, it clicked Drain Punch, which kind of caught me off guard. I was getting slapped around by Hypno and Emerald Rogue last time out. But it don't matter because we still got the job done and finally won. And that is going to be today's YouTube video on Friday today. It's going to be that Emerald Rogue win. Just burn this thing up. Oh, I should have thrown a Pokeball at it for the Dex. That's my bad. Another thing today, too. She gives me an Iapapa. Wonderful. What is your name? My name is Dude, Lostelle. Now let's go back to 2 Island. One last thing I will grind for in between episodes is to get the Dex up to 60, so that way, when we come back next time to record Part 9 against the Elite Four, we'll get the National Dex right after, but I think I'm at 50 or 51 Pokemon, so it's only a few more that I have to catch. So you rescued Lostelle. How can I thank you? Lostelle, darling, forgive me. Daddy didn't know you were scared and in trouble. Yeah, well, anytime you're trapped by a Hypno, it's a pretty frightening experience, let me tell you. It's okay, Daddy. I got to be friends with Dude. Oh, I thought she was going to say something like more, but that's it. Yeah, dude, Rogue was so fun last weekend. It was so fun because all you guys were there too, man. It made it so much sweeter. But that's going to be today's YouTube video. What's shiny locked? Shiny Hunt Legendary. Oh, okay, new regional 4. Oh, right, because you already have them from Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I got you. Yeah. Oh, what's that? You're saying this is for me. How did you know that I love rare rocks and gems? A friend told me. You sure know how to make a guy happy. Here you go. Have this meteorite, buddy. Although, don't we need that for Deoxys? Anyway. Oh, I see. This is from Bill. You have to thank him for me. You know, you've been fantastic. I want you to have this. Another Moonstone. Not bad. Actually, we caught a wild Nidorino in the Safari Zone, so I could evolve that for the Dex. Where am I at? 51 or... Oh, we're at 52. Okay. So we just need 8 more Pokemon to go. Easy money, man. Easy money. Might as well go heal up, but... It is now officially time to head back to mainland Kanto. And let's go smoke Giovanni. You already know. Alright, let's do this, let's do this. We also gotta figure out what to do going forward in Emerald Rogue, because now everything's on the table, right? I kinda wanna do a Mega Evolution run next time. But that's my favorite battle gimmick, but I'd be open to whatever the people want to see. And also, you know, it's like, do I categorize it? Because you guys know me, I like to keep my YouTube very organized with all the playlists. So it's like, do we make a new playlist now for Emerald Rogue for, you know, Mega Evolution runs and stuff like that? Like, maybe we leave the Rogue playlist as it is, because it was kind of like the base game playthrough. That'll be its own playlist. I don't know. I'm still thinking about how I want to handle that, but I like to keep everything very organized and put in playlists over on YouTube, so kind of got to figure out how to play it with Rogue. Oh, hey, dude. What up, Bill? What kept you so long? Been out having a good time? That's right, man. We got it done. The PCs are up and running. Good job for you nerds. Congratulations. The job went incredibly quick. Bill is an amazing guy. No, there was almost nothing left for me to do. Alright, guys, we get it, man. They're all trying to give each other props, you know. Classic. Cilio, I have to hand it to you. You've learned a lot. Oh, really? Well, there you have it. I'm finished with the job. We should head back to Kanto. Cilio, I'll be seeing you again. Dude, I'm really sorry we sent you off alone today. It's alright, man. I can handle myself. I'm a big boy. I promise, I'll show you around these islands sometime. And that's how we gotta come back to upgrade our Tri-Pass into the Rainbow Pass, but not until post-game. Hey, wasn't that a long cruise? Actually, it went by pretty quick. My buddy Cilio seemed to enjoy your company. I'm sure he'd welcome you if you were to visit him again. If you have a Tri-Pass, you can always take a ferry there from Vermilion Port. Alright, thanks for your company. See you later, Bill. But now, we got more important business to take care of. Although I have nobody on the team with Fly, so we gotta pull out Pidgeotto again. Meteorite's a callback to RSE, exactly. And that's why we have to get the Ruby and the Sapphire in order to fully activate that machine so that you can trade with the Hoenn games. Oh yeah, we did catch a Ponyta while we were on one island, but the PC system doesn't work, so this will be the first time we check it out. Bashful nature, that's not bad, it's just neutral. That attack stat looking kind of nice though. 71 attack, 76 speed. I'm gonna have to run that through the calculator. Those might be some halfway decent IVs there. To go along with that really good Diglett that I found in the cave. Alright, let's flatter Vermilion, and let's get busy. It's finally time to acquire the 8th and final gym badge here. Pidgeotto, let's get it. Although you're going right back in the box. We'll see ya. Trigger the event tickets. You just need the National Dex and the Ruby. Okay, so we don't actually have to get the Sapphire. Thank you. The Sapphire was much more complicated to get because you have to go through like all the islands. I'm still going to do it in part 10 just to kind of showcase how it works. For anybody that might not know, but... Because you got to go to like 6th Island, right? And then use cut. You have to decipher the Braille, which says to like cut the metal door, which is weird. And then you like go inside, that's where the Sapphire is, but then it gets snatched. So you have to go back to 5 Island, go through the Rocket Warehouse. That's where you get Sludge Bomb though, oddly enough. you don't get Sludge Bomb, which would be perfect for my team until after the Elite Four. So it's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is, man. Alright. We will lead off with Sprouts again against Giovanni, but Because there is... No, the karate guy's not first. I think the first guy... First guy actually has Rhyhorns and stuff. Let's lead off with Dre. I'm going to battle the least amount of trainers as possible in here because I'd rather just get through Victory Road. Which we can also dodge a lot of trainers in there, but... I like to always take this route because you only have to battle 2 trainers. We battle this guy here, then we battle the karate guy up top. You leave and reset the area, and then you just walk right back through here. Straight to Giovanni. Yeah, exactly. Got to go to 4 Island to help Lorelei, yep. Yeah, it's kind of a lot to get the... Oh, it's a Marowak, okay. It's kind of a lot to get the Sapphire. But that's good to know about the event tickets, because obviously that was not part of the original Fire Red Leaf Green. They kind of added that just for this. You already know, Dre out here taking one-shots left and right. This Tentacle is very powerful. We also just kind of acquired it too. It doesn't even have that many EVs on it yet, but... These ground types all have terrible SPDF. And a stab surf is... It's pretty OP back in the day. Alright, what we got here? Nidorina. Finally something that's not a ground type, but... You might still drop to a surf. But I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised if it only did like 70 or 80. Yeah, for real. I just wish you could have got like Tentacruels earlier in the game. They don't come until you finally learn surf, basically. It's pretty late in the game before you can actually catch Tentacruels. I think though, I think one of the fishing rods, either Good Rod or Super Rod. I think once you get those, you can actually fish up Tentacruels somewhere. I forget where it was. It might have even been the little puddle in Cerulean. I mean in Celadon. The para and the potion is kind of annoying, but whatever. You get the tickets by beating the league and they suddenly show up. Okay. But the sailor won't notice until you get Nat Dex plus Ruby. Okay. Thank you, thank you. I was kind of curious how they were going to implement that. So thank you. Now my questions have been answered. I kept like I was meaning to ask you that, but I kept forgetting. So thank you, Jazz. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and dominate this karate guy with Josh. That's gonna leave T-Swizzle as the only one under level 40, but we can go fight somebody else in the gym, actually. I'm the Karate King. Your fate rests with me. Yeah, well, you're a Machoke. What's a Machoke to a Golbat? You know, I quad resist fighting, so. And in fact, so does Beedrill. My team is kind of a nightmare for this guy. Let's dominate him. Nah, for real, Jazzy does, though. Okay. I was gonna say that did way too much damage. Should have only done like 10. That's because he got a crit. I'm gonna check where T-Swizzle at after the battle. We'll see if we can get it to 40. But we could also just use it against Gary. Gary's gonna be a tough fight after this, actually, because I'm super under level for it. But it is what it is. We still gonna find a way to get it done. I ain't never losing to no kid wearing purple pants, man. No way. Speaking of, Machoke kind of looked like he had purple pants too. It's a perfect Pokemon for Gary. We all do, Jazz. We all do. That's the beauty of life, man. We're all just doing the best we can. You know, ain't nobody perfect. Okay, where are we at here? 2,700 away. That's kind of a lot. And Swizzle has a bad matchup into everything here. Although this is a Karate Dork right here. Let me do this. And just fight this guy, because I do have Aerial Ace on Beedrill. So we could probably, it's not stab, but probably two-shot everybody that he's got. That we might OHKO, but probably not. But, you know, I do because I get a crit. This doesn't matter about getting Swizzle up to 40. It would look cooler if everybody's at 40. And after this 2-shot here, we will be pretty close. But we're going to be... Wow, it's actually a 3-shot. Not surprising. Aerialist is very weak in base power, and, you know, Beedrill's not a flying type, so it makes sense. Was that a crit? No, Beedrill just has really bad Phys Def. Damn. 1251 gets us close, but we'll just have to use this in Victory Road somewhere. Was that? No, it's a spinny tile. Thought it was another black belt. Alright, Sprouts. You're coming to the front of the party. I will also go ahead and slap the leftovers on this thing for the fight. But I'm going to run back and heal up real quick. Oh, we still have all this stuff, too. I'll just kind of use that later, I guess. The bee is indeed buzzing. The bee's been crazy in this playthrough, man. It kind of put in some work against Surge. Single-handedly swept Sabrina. It's been impressive. It's been impressive. Right, yeah. Well, the Mega has adaptability, right? Yeah. But that's true. Beedrill does need some more firepower, and the base form is way too weak. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Let's do this. You gotta believe in the bee, man. I'm telling you. That's right, Swizzle. Alright, let's do this. Giovanni, we've already met plenty of times. You know who I am. And you still can't beat me. So, you know, we're just gonna continue it going here, man. Different day, same result. Welcome to my hideout. This is a gym, doofus, but alright. It shall be so, until I can restore Team Rocket to its former glory. But you have found me again, so be it. This time, I'm not holding back. Well, you got 5 ground types, and only one of them is fast with Dugtrio. Everybody else about to get one shot. But here we go. Once more, you shall face Giovanni, the greatest trainer. You gotta give it to bro. At least his confidence is through the roof. But we've sauced this guy up twice already. And this is actually like the easiest fight out of all of them. Because he don't even have Kangaskhan and Persian and all that stuff. You know? See ya, Rhyhorn. Yeah, no, I know what you meant, Jazz. Like, you're talking about, like, base form Beedrill having adaptability. I got you. Alright, here comes Douglas. But again, Venusaur is a brick wall, man. Like, what are you gonna do? Like I said earlier, I think it was before we started the recording today, I was talking with chat. I said if he sends out Dugtrio, I'm gonna click Frenzy Plant. And absolutely send this thing into another dimension here. Earthquake's gonna do barely over half. Dugtrio's not strong. It doesn't even do half, man. This guy pulling up with the modest Dugtrio is the 8th gym leader. Nasty work right there. Giovanni's an absolute potato, man. Get him up and get him out. Nidoqueen might actually be able to get some good damage in with this free hit here, but... Red Rocket. Oh, this becomes their final hideout in that playthrough. Oh, that's pretty sick, actually. Yeah, that game was cool because he sends, like, Ariana over here to, like, defend the gym until he's ready to go there. We can take another EQ, but why take an EQ when we have Ninja? You know what I mean? Easy money. Exactly. Giovanni's already battled me twice, and I still use all the same Pokemon. Bro switches up his team and still can't figure out how to beat me. It's crazy, man. We're literally gonna 6-0 him. He's not getting a single KO. He's not. Unless this thing has Mirror Coat for some poison sting. The 15 base power attack that I quad resist, being both a ghost and poison type. Therefore, did 2 damage. Now he's panicking, right? He's like, oh, I better use a potion. As if that's gonna help, you know, Nidoqueen live longer and damage Gengar, but Nightshade plus Psychic takes it out anyway, so... Not too sure where he was going with that potion. Especially, why would you potion your Pokemon that can only do 2 damage? You know. That's a 55 hit KO with Poison Sting, Giovanni. I don't think you have enough potions for that one, Chief. Growth? Growth is interesting. But, not in this game. Growth is interesting for Mega Meganium with that new ability. I'm telling you right now. That's a very interesting idea. Growth, Synthesis, Solar Beam, all because that Pokemon has, damn, I did a lot. Bro might do 3 damage with the Poison Sting. No, he still did 2, just like Nidoqueen. Alright, this guy's a joke, but Ninja did get some good action here. But because Rhyhorn is coming out next, I want to go ahead and pivot into Dre now. Take this thing out with a Surf, and then he's got that last Rhyhorn in the back, which it's easier for Dre versus, you know, Ninja trying to take out Rhyhorn. Because I'd have to... I'm pretty sure I'd still 2-shot with Psychic, but just in case, you know, we can just OHKO with Dre, so... But good job, Ninja. Good job, Sprouts. And good job, Dre. That's the trio right there. And this guy literally doesn't know what to do. I'm just going to spit some bubbles at his face. And Nidoking going to fold in half like a piece of paper. For real. Nah, Giovanni's got absolutely cooked right here. This guy got embarrassed, man. Oh, level 50. Oh, no. Too bad you're 4 times weak to Surf. See ya, buddy. Nidoking and Queen definitely using EQ. Yeah, exactly. Right. That's why they don't... And that's why Gengar's so good back in the day until it lost Levitate. Well, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and enable this before I read the dialogue. But if you look at the bottom middle of the screen, we now have all 8 gym badges. Let's get it. Okay, and 10k for beating him. Not bad. The Earth Badge makes Pokemon of any level obey without question. It is evidence of your mastery as a Poison-type Pokemon trainer. With it, you can challenge the Pokemon League. Well, they're about to get smoked too. You already know, man. Also, take this TM. Consider it a gift for your Pokemon League challenge. Gives us, like, arguably the best TM in the game back in Gen 3. TM26 contains Earthquake. And with that, we're putting it on our MVP. Everyone's favorite moderator, Old Jazzy. It is a powerful attack that causes a massive tremor. I made it when I ran the gym here, far too long ago. Whatever, Giovanni. See ya, buddy. I'm about to come right back in here, by the way, to see if he's still here. Because if not, let me show you guys something on how to get the Macho Brace, but I don't know when he actually leaves the gym. It might not be until after E4. Let me see something real quick if he's still here. I feel like he is. Yeah, Gengar with Levitate is OP. Okay, he's still here. Damn. So, I'll say it right now because I might forget to come back, but when he's gone, if you go stand on the exact tile where Giovanni is and use the item finder, the game doesn't really kind of direct you to do it. But if you do it, once he's gone from that post, that's how you pick up the Macho Brace, which cuts EV training in half, essentially, so... Oh, we gotta talk again to get him out of there? Thank you, Deej. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Why does he have 2 Rhyhorns? I hate when they double dip on these Pokemon, especially when they're mons that can evolve. I get it, because back in the day we were kids, right? They didn't want to make it too hard for us, but shit, now, man, you got to diversify the teams a little bit, especially for the 8th gym leader. Having lost in this fashion, I can't face my followers. Oh, this is where he flees to Johto then. I have betrayed their trust. As of today, Team Rocket is finished, forever. As for myself, I shall dedicate my life to training again. Yeah, well, it's probably a good idea. You should evolve one of those Rhyhorns. Let's meet again someday. Farewell. Okay, thank you, Deej, because I thought he just goes away randomly. I didn't know you had to, I didn't know you had to talk to him. Let's pick this up real quick. A very important item. Especially if you're trying to EV train and battle your friends, which is what I'm going to be doing here after I finish the playthrough. By the way, I might just stand here for a minute. Who needs to go fight the Elite Four? Your boy is just gonna chill here as the 8th gym leader, right? I'm turning this into a poison-type gym. And I'm telling Koga, there can only be one poison-type gym leader in Kanto, buddy, so... Follow Giovanni and go over to Johto and be the Elite Four guy, you know? I'm running the show now. Although, if I was running the show, I would use either ground, water, or steel types. That would be gym leader dude. What about all you guys in chat, man? If you were a Pokemon gym leader, what would your type specialty be? I want to see something here. Let me see who knows ball, right? If you also want, feel free to list out, like, you know, 6 Pokemon or just a handful of Pokemon that you would use on your team, but let me at least know what would your type specialty be if you were a gym leader. I want to see something. Okay. Respect, Deej. Respect. Yeah, that'd be cool either way. I like it, I like it. Swizzle, you can't be serious. You're trolling, right? You're trolling. There's no way. Ooh, Jazz would be ground? Hell yeah. Nah, T-Swizzle trolling with that. There's no way you'd be a bug type. You're serious? I respect that, but... That's crazy, bro. Okay, who got the better special attack between Dre and Gengar? Okay, it's not even close. 134 versus 77. Jeez, Gengar. We need to lead off with something that can, because Ninja has T-Bolt and Dre got Ice Beam, right? We need to lead off with something that could dominate this Pidgeotto, or Pidgeot, whatever. No, you're dead ass. You'd be a bug type gym leader. I respect that, man, for real. Okay, Zogo with the water types, perfect. Okay, Shadow, I see you. Ground or fire. Ooh, we need to make a ROM hack someday and put all of us in as gym leaders. And yeah, and Drum Machine Ghost. I love it. Ghost types is so sick. Man, we would make a really cool region of gym leaders, all of us together. That's crazy. I like this, I like this. Alright. Let's go dominate Purple Pants again. You already know. Although this is gonna be a little tough, because his team is a lot higher levels than me. Steel, but maybe Bug, as long as you can use Scizor, let's go. Hell yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. By default, Swizzle, you actually would be gym leader #1. Ain't no way you're standing there as a gym leader looking all menacing, and then you just send out your Weedle and Caterpie. Nasty work right there. Oh, Jazzy, I like that team right there. Tusk, Ursaluna, Gastro. That way you don't have to worry about all the water and grass types they pull up with. Sandy Shocks, Exca. Sandrush, Excadrill with a Hippo. That team looking nasty right there. Alright, buddy. Let's do this again. What, dude? What a surprise seeing you here. And how so, Gary? You didn't think I was going to get all 8 gym badges? Come on, man. So you're going to go to the Pokemon League. You collected all the badges, too. That's cool. Alright. Just because you have them, too, man. Settle down, Gary. Then I'll whip you, dude. As a warm-up for the Pokemon League. Come on. Well, he actually might. We'll see what his level ranges are, but I only got 40s. He's got like mid to high 40s, right? Maybe even 50s. This is gonna be tough. Can Ninja one-shot this thing with a T-Bolt? Let's find out. Okay, Deej, that's a nasty combo, actually. If you were the first gym leader to spam Dragon Rage, that Para. Don't sleep on that Para, by the way. Although he still got the wing attack off, that's unfortunate. Dude, spamming Dragon Rage as the first gym leader is diabolical. When every Pokemon has less than 40 HP. That's hilarious, bro. Okay, Pokemon Dude Edition, that is funny too. Oh, it's Alakazam. Uh-oh. And, you know what? This fool has a Gyarados too. Low-key, I kinda need to save Ninja for Gyarados. But again, here we go again. Nobody can take a Psychic, right? Except for Dre. But you know what? On something crazy, I'm going to Swizzle on a Kinesis, and I'm going to take it out with Twin Needle. Don't click Psychic. Douche. Alright, well, we'll see you, Swizzle. And this thing's going to be hard to take out, but if I can take this out I like my chances. But I don't know how I'm going to take it out, to be honest. Unless Josh outspeeds and I smoke it with a Shadow Ball. Yeah. Sorry, Swizz. It had to be done. It had to be done. Dude, this thing's at level 47. It might... Oh, it might outspeed and sweep my team. It don't really matter. There's only one way to find out, you know, if he's going to keep clicking it here. Yeah. That's GG's, actually. But look, in my defense, what was I supposed to do, man? I told you I can't handle psychic types. Well, Jazzy and Dre can probably live, but Dre can't hit it that hard with the moveset. So we gotta send out Jazz and try to smoke it with a dig. I don't know if I tank, though. And I also needed this to Rock Slide Charizard. Oh, that's GG's. Okay. Minor setback. We'll bounce back. We'll bounce back. They're just dropping one by one. I knew this was going to be tough because this thing was so high level. Could I get a speed drop with Bubble Beam? You know? Couldn't you click CM early? Well, this is really bad because now he definitely one-shots, but... So that means Dre lives. If he's... I mean, I'm still going to lose the battle, but... Bro sets up a CM just to, like, rub it in my face. Alright, whatever. I know, right? Gary finally did it. I can't even give him credit, though. Like, he still sucks, but... I could click Curse. I could click Confuse Ray. Let me actually see if Ninja's faster. I don't know if I am. Oh, I have Nightshade, okay. Yeah, see, I'm not faster, so I can't even curse when we go fight him again. Uh-oh. How are we actually going to get past this fool to get to the Indigo Plateau? Well, I do actually have rare candies. Now he clicks Future Sight. Great. He gives me a chance, but he still has Charizard in the back, so it doesn't really matter. Plus, I don't think this KO's any... Yeah, okay. Now Gary decides to tweak it because he feels bad about what he did, but it's a little too late for that guy. You know? Double spam Future Sight. Especially when you got the fire-breathing dragon in the back. I mean, there's really no point to revive and stuff like that. Just take the L. It don't matter. Damn, his levels are really high at this point in the game. Okay. Minor setback, minor setback. At least we spawn right here, but... Nah, that's why Alakazam's the GOAT, man. Dude ran away to the Pokemon Center like a little potato after getting smoked by Gary Oak. Maybe he's not there now. That'd be nice. I've been picking up all the rare candies in this game, though, so we could probably get past him, but... we also might lose to him like 3 or 4 times in a row here. What's the play? What's the play? If Ninja outsped, I could have cursed him. So it was good to learn that we don't. Swizzle don't either. Is this just RNG? We have to hope he doesn't click Psychic against... But see, he sees the KO against everybody. But not Dre because I have that Gargantuan special defense stat, so that's why he clicks CM. It's too bad there's like no focus sash here because could have used Josh to just blow it up. How many candies do I have actually? Ooh, a little Carbos maybe. Where are my candies? 8. Just trying to think if I can get to, yeah, exactly. Trying to see if I can get somebody faster than Zam. So Ninja is the fastest at 109. But also wouldn't hit Zam very hard because I don't have any ghost attacks on it. This might be an issue here. How do we get past this clown? I kind of feel like investing into Golbat here. I don't know if this will help me outspeed him or live a Psychic. I really don't. But if I rip both the Zinks, let's just try something here. Let's rip the Zinks and put Golbat up to like 45 with some candies. And then also the Carbos as well. I've already had too much speed EVs on it. Okay. Ninja, can you take the Carbos? Okay. HP up into Jazz. Maybe Jazz could live. Iron. Oh, I still have another Carbos. Okay. Dre definitely needs the Iron. Bro is struggling with that physical defense. You can have a Carbos as well. So, sorry for all the flashes on the screen. That's what happens when you use these. It's kind of annoying. Dre definitely need a Calcium as well. That a special attack wasn't looking too hot there. And a Protein for Jazzy. Okay. And there really is no way to ensure I live a Psychic. So let's go all in with Josh here and get it to like level 45. Maybe it lives a hit / outspeeds. Okay, good call, good call. A little hydration. I like it. Maybe we could outspeed Zam at 45, but I doubt it. Mean Look also don't help. Nah. Actually, there's no way, because Gengar was 109 speed. I'm barely even going to get there. Just hoping I tank, but I don't think I tank either. Ooh. We got a little issue here. You know what? I don't actually think that's going to work. So, between Jazz and Sprouts, who could... Well, and Dre, but... We know Dre lives. 133.76 and 125.91. Venusaur has better odds to live a Psychic. I could Leech Seed it because it doesn't have Magic Guard, but I also probably should have kept Sleep Powder. Right. Yes, Surge's Badge. Okay, new plan. We tried this a couple more times. If we can't do it, then I'm just gonna have to go ahead and save the game here, and then I'm gonna have to grind levels in between episodes, right? And instead of saving at the Indigo Plateau, it's whatever. We just save the game here and we pick it up next time and try to get him from this point. Okay, here's Jazzy finally learning Superpower. That's what I was talking about the whole time. We put Mega Kick as a placeholder. It never really worked out for us, but it was fun to try. Okay. New plan, new plan. Let's go ahead and toss the candy into Sprouts as well. Maybe I could live a hit. Oh, jeez. That is a strong-ass Alakazam. Okay. But we know he leads with the Golbat. Could also lead Jazz and Rocks. I don't know. This is a little sus right here. But I think this is the best play. Alright. Gary Oak, round 2. Although I don't think I have a chance. It really, realistically, what this comes down to is bro gonna click, I'll have to save too, just for the hell of it. Yeah, that Superpower has been a hot minute. Is he gonna click Psychic again? We're about to find out. But if he does, there's nothing I can do. It's just GG's at that point. Okay. Rinse and repeat. Just click T-Bolt twice. We'll see if he does it again. Okay, wing attack. We know we tank pretty easy. And here comes old Zam, you know? Okay. Might as well just sack, right? There's no point in, Oh, he clicks Future Sight. No! Well, okay, I also tweaked. I need T-Bolt for, I need T-Bolt for Gyarados. Oh, imagine if I would've got a Para. Wait. I need T-Bolt for Gyarados. No, he actually didn't attack. That's crazy. I should have clicked Curse. We need this for Gyara. We need this. I have to switch. Swizzle, I'm sorry. but it might have to be the play here. We need Dre potentially for Surf on Zard. We also have Jazz for the Rock Slide. Maybe he Calm Minds? Yeah, Future... Oh, Future Sight is typeless? For real? It's not Psychic? Okay. This poor Beedrill, man. I feel bad for bro. Okay. Sprouts lives, right? I think we go Sprouts and try to Frenzy Plant this, actually. I don't remember if I tanked last time. I got a Strength off, but I don't remember what. Oh my goodness, bro. Okay. Hold on. Dre lives. But I don't even take it out with Surf, though. Do I take Future? Oh. You're right, it is type. Okay, that was bad. He clicked Future Sight again. Surf doesn't take it out, though. Unless I crit. Zam has decent Spit F. Yeah, I crit. We actually might have a chance. That thing still just ripped a hole in my entire team. Okay. You gotta love when they send out Rhyhorn when you're literally a jellyfish with Surf. Okay. Gary? Thank you. But all you had to do is just keep spamming Psychic, my brother. No, that crit was insane, actually. Okay, hold on. We might have a chance. Especially because Jazzy's still at full health. Sure, we'll Ice Beam it. I don't know what he's doing. Zard KOs me with Wing Attack, probably from this range, but... That's annoying, but it's just Zard and Gyarados in the back, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Okay. He can't click Hypnosis now, which is good, so I'm going to stay in an Ice Beam again. Bro's trying to Solar Beam, but I'm pretty sure I tanked that. Now we get to find out. I didn't think I was going to get fully parried, but hold on. See? I do... No way I got paralyzed again, bruh. I told you I was going to tank Solar Beam from like 39. 3 in a row? Paralysis? Okay. Let's go, Dre. Coming in clutch, big dog. Thank you. Now this also gives me a free switch because Dre gonna get knocked out by either Zard or Gyarados. He goes Gyarados. Okay. He saves Zard for the bag. This is why we save Ninja. We Oko this with a T-Bolt. And then, just on the off chance he missed Pump, we might also try to freeze it, but... Future Sight wasn't changed till Gen 5. That's crazy. I always thought it was Psychic. And then we got Jazzy to Rock Slide Charizard, but remember, that Charizard one-shot me last time with a T-Bolt. I mean, it one-shot Ninja with a Flamethrower. And like, Jazzy barely lived Flamethrower, so... Thankfully, Ninja is faster. Or else this could have got a little sketchy here, but that should one-shot Gyarados, right? Yeah. Nah, Gary is on one today, man. He didn't like the comment that I made about his purple pants, so he said, oh yeah? Watch this, bro. Okay, Ninja goes down to a Flamethrower. As last time it got KO'd from full, so it definitely ain't living from half. And all we need is Jazzy to connect a Rock Slide here. Going Josh to click Confuse Ray doesn't really do anything for me, so... We're 10 levels lower, right? We're going to take a massive hit from Flamethrower, but I think we live. I think. We should. And as long as we don't get burnt and connect Rock Slide, that probably one-shots. And all of it happened. So, we beat Gary in round 2. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can Golbat take it out from here? I don't want to fight this idiot again, so maybe we go Golbat and we just potion Nidoqueen. But can Golbat... Hold on, hold that thought. Wait a minute, if a ×4 Rock Slide did that little damage, Golbat's Wing Attack does not take it out. Also, Golbat might get one shot. Oh, it definitely gets one shot. Oh, I thought we had this. So I have to max revive Dre. I don't want to do this, but I also don't want to fight Gary again. I can't use a max revive, can I? I don't even have one. I don't know if he's in Blaze yet. Yeah, I don't think he is. How did it take that little damage from a rock slide? What the heck? Well, okay. We could still win with Dre easily, but I have to revive it now, and then I have to potion it when Golbat comes out. Because Charizard can't really touch Tentacruel, but you guys know, look at the expression on my face. You think I'm happy that I'm about to use a revive? But realistically, look, let's be honest here. If I don't revive and cheese my way through this fight, I won't do it against the Elite Four, but because I'm under-leveled here, I kind of have to hope for all the RNG luck in the world, especially with that Alakazam, to try to get through this fight. So in the back of my mind, do I look like a little potato for using a revive? Yes. But if I don't do it and his Alakazam just decides to click Psychic for the next 5 battles in a row, I'm going to lose every single time because I'm just too under-leveled for this. Yeah, well, no, full restore ain't going to help. 2 shots Jazzy with Flamethrower anyway. Let me fall for a safe switch in. Jazz going to take one for the team here. I had a bunch of max stuff. Is any of these max revive? No. So, oh, it is. It is. I didn't even see. I saw the other 3 max things down here. Either way, we could have used a regular revive and then sent out Josh to like potion Dre back to full. But look, when I fight the Elite Four, I'm not gonna. Why would you do that? Oh, he got a crit anyway. I might have tanked Wing Attack. What's this fool doing? Let's just send out Dre. I kind of wanted to see if Golbat could deal with it, but let's just end the suffering. Screw this Charizard, man. But again, because I will be at proper levels for the Elite Four, I'm not gonna allow myself any potions or revives in battle. I still have to bring them into the Elite Four so I could use them in between battles when Pokemon get KO'd, but unfortunately because I'm 10 levels lower than all Gary's Pokemon, I really had no choice there. And that's what happens when you come into these episodes underprepared. You have to resort to cheese like that, but that loosened me up. I'm ready for the Pokemon League. Yeah, well, I'm going to train and I'm going to kick your ass next time, Gary. We gonna get revenge on that Alakazam, trust me. I'm telling you right now. We're gonna be at a high enough level to hopefully outspeed Alakazam. I'm gonna smoke that thing when we see it in the Elite Four. Because look, just because we cheese through the fight now, we're gonna have to do it for real next time in Part 9 when we have to fight Gary at the end of the E4. So I'll be ready. I wasn't ready today, but trust me, I'll be ready for him. Dude, you need more practice. Yeah, I know, Gary. But hey, you know that. I'm out of here. Smell ya. Alright. That was kind of sus. Let's go heal up and then go through Victory Road here. I didn't know his levels were that high. Damn. But here's the thing, you guys, once it comes down to the Elite Four, I have no choice but to prepare myself and be ready for it. That's kind of whatever. It don't really matter. But that doesn't fly in the Elite Four. If I want to be the champ, I gotta earn it. I gotta train hard enough and earn the title. That's it is what it is. Alright, let's go ahead and squirt the old super... Actually, I have that one max repel, or 2 of them. I'm gonna use these up real quick. And let's go ahead and do this. Respect, though. Respect Gary, We don't end up being undefeated against him in this playthrough. He got one. He got one. But we're still gonna be like 4-1 career in the 5 games. I'll take it. Respect. That was a high level Alakazam there. You can pass only if you have the Cascade badge. Yeah, well, I got a Bulbasaur at the time, so that was easy. I'm on the lookout for hidden berries, by the way. I know there's a couple of them. Now you gotta give it to him, man. You know what I mean? He earned it. He earned it. The highlight of his career, for real. It really was, though. And that's kind of why I think I was talking about it in the outro to the previous episode that I was going to grow a few levels. I decided not to because, honestly, I forgot about the Gary fight because he's so forgettable. But I knew the team as it was when we started the recording today was like more than powerful enough to deal with Giovanni. Just strictly based on type matchups, right? And Giovanni's team build. So That's kind of why I didn't level him up, but I forgot about Gary's fight, and I paid the price. But it is what it is. It's all good. Okay, there's a hidden item somewhere around here, but I don't remember where. There's also something I think in like a rock over here. Yeah, see, that's a very sus looking rock. Full restore. Take it. And I think there's one more berry on like the left side of the entrance, if I remember right. Yeah, there it is. Lumberry, citrus. Okay. Well, let's go solve some strength puzzles and try to bob and weave all the trainers in here, because now, after that little minor setback against old Purple Pants there, I'm running short on time, but I'm still going to keep the recording going today until we reach the plateau. And the wild Pokemon are higher level also. Great. We're going to have to go through this place basically without having access to repels. Oh, that's annoying. We could put Sprouts in front. Actually, Dre kind of dominate whatever wild Pokemon are in here, because there's a bunch of like ground types plus maybe like Machokes and stuff, if I remember. Okay. Boulder puzzle number 1. Not bad. Now, I think if I remember correctly, the 2 items up top are Dragon Claw and I think just a rare candy, or like Dragon Claw Nugget. You know what? I kind of need these defense EVs too. We'll just kind of smoke all these Onyxes here. Also, I might consider the option, because of the issues with Alakazam, I might consider the option of putting Double Edge on Venusaur as well over Strength, right? Because we have Strength now, just to get through here. I never remember which one's Dragon Claw, which one's the rare candy, but we'll just take this. Okay. Dragon Claw doesn't really help, so the rare candy is honestly better. And I'll reset the room and come back later. I don't really feel like doing it right now. So after we get through here, right, I can head back to Fuchsia in between the recordings, and I'll get rid of all the HM moves across the board on the team. And then I actually might consider putting Double Edge on Venusaur just to give me another option to kind of smoke Alakazam. Hit it really hard with a physical hit, but you know, obviously we got to get Venusaur high enough level where it can actually take a Psychic from Zam to even let me hit back with a Double Edge, because it's obviously going to outspeed. You know what? I'm probably never going to come back in here, so let's just reset that boulder, go grab Dragon Claw. Even though nobody can learn it, so this is kind of pointless. But at least just to have it for later. Stunky wrecks Alakazam. Facts. It does. So does Drapion, but I know that's an evolved Pokemon. Because Skorupi is only poison bug, but Drapion then gets the dark typing. All right, there's Dragon Claw. Save that for later. Because yeah, looking at my team, I don't think anybody learns it, right? Unless Nidoqueen randomly does, but I'm pretty positive it doesn't. And let's be real, looking at the movesets, we really don't even need we don't even need Dragon Claw. It'd be nice to have against Lance. But yeah, nobody's gonna be able to learn it, so. Okay. All good. Still a good TM to grab. And how many trainers do we actually have to fight in here? I think 3? Or is it only 2? But I know towards the end you have to fight at least one of those 2 trainers. There's one of them that has like 6 grass types and one that has 6 water types. You have to fight at least one of the 2. And I think there's another trainer in that same room that you also have to fight. That I believe is a TM for Sandstorm, right? 37, if I remember. I think this trainer we can bob and weave though. Like, we don't have to fight anybody in this room either. Same with the first room. Yeah, he's a spinner, but we can dodge him. Especially because he only looks those two directions? Okay. I'll come back and grab Sandstorm later. We have to go over there to push a boulder after we make it fall down from above anyway. Onix is the EXP farm along with defense EVs, which Dre definitely needs. Tentacruel does not have a very good defense stat. And it seems like we kind of got a pretty awful EV to go along with it. 63 Fizdef. But that's alright. Okay. And this is actually working out pretty good. I still have like, I could go for another 20 minutes on stream, but it's not even going to take that long to get out of here, so it all works out. It all works out. But, you know, we had to get lucky, first of all, to even be in a position to use the revive. And we still had to use a revive to get through that fight, so we'll bounce back. We'll bounce back. Just got to do a little bit of training. That's all it takes. Yeah, Fizdef coming up a little bit. I might sit in here and I might just take out 50 Onyxes to hit the levels I need to with Dre. That might be a play. I don't remember that being a very good item, so I'm just gonna leave it, and same with that one. Is this overheat over here? I should probably grab that, but we also don't have anybody who can use that. Golbat, we take the speed EVs, we just buy Ice Beam it twice here. Should do over half. Yeah. Don't confuse. Okay. No confuse rate for you, buddy. GG's. Easy money. I'm gonna have to think about what to do against Zam, right? We also can neutralize it in a few different ways. We could status it. I could paralyze it to slow it down. Then it would make it easy. We could try to put it to sleep. But, you know, we got different options. I'm just gonna have to tweak the movesets and find out a way to ensure that I don't get swept by Alakazam. Really. The rest of the team is gonna have to pull their weight in one way or another against the 4 Elite Four members. But realistically, what it's all gonna come down to in Part 9, because the Elite Four is not really gonna be the issue here. Yeah, it is overheat. Like, it all comes down to the 6 poison types versus an Alakazam. You know, Charizard's obviously a giga threat for Gary too, but we can handle Zard. We have to find a way to ensure that we can handle Zam, because we really can't. So, what kind of status moves do I want to put on the team to just neutralize it, right? Slow it down, put it to sleep, something. And I forgot to push the boulder. Nice. I was like, where am I going here? Okay. This is going to be a while. You could also ride the bike and just keep slamming into this boulder with your bike, but it really doesn't help it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe we could, right, Zam doesn't have Magic Art, so we could also poison it. We have the Toxic TM. We just poison that fool. I might have to max out the HP and Spadef EVs, though, on Venusaur just to take a Psychic, but that's the thing, even with the poison route, it's decent chip, right? But it also takes quite a few turns to have that residual toxic damage stack up. And as we saw, Zam can basically one-shot everybody with Psychic. And even if it can't, it's going to click Calm Mind just to ensure that it can then one-shot everybody. So I don't know about going the poison route. I don't think we have enough time to play the poison game, right? I think we need to either neutralize the speed stat by paralyzing it, or just completely immobilize it by putting it to sleep. I think those are the best two options. Because any other route, even if I Leech Seed it, even if I actually think you only have to fight one trainer throughout this whole place. That's crazy. That's the 2 trainers I was talking about. We're gonna have to pick one of them. I can't really let Zam get 4 or 5 hits off, right, as we wait for Leech Seed or poison damage to rack up. Because that's 4 or 5 KOs, right? unless he sends out Zam last, that's best case scenario for me. But if he sends out Zam early like he did, then we're cooked. We'll see. I got some time to think about it, but I'm also thinking I kind of want to stream this tomorrow. Because right now, for anybody watching this in the future on YouTube, I'm recording this on a Friday. And I'm kind of thinking about finishing LeafGreen this weekend. We could stream the Elite Four action on Saturday, and then also finish it up with part 10 on Sunday. With exploring the Sevii Islands and catching legendaries. Okay, so I believe the girl has the grass types, right? And the guy has all water types. We could just go ham with Sprouts here. I also kind of want to fight the grass trainer. Let Swizzle hit 40 and click Aerial Ace a few times. Maybe you can avoid her, actually. Oh, you can. So you can literally get through the Elite Four without fighting a single person. I did not know that, but I do want Swizzle to hit 40, so let's do it. He'll probably save the starter for last. Yeah, he might. Double. Oh, is there a double battle we have to do? No, I think you can avoid that too. I don't know. I think you might be able to actually get through the Elite Four without fighting anybody here. Thankfully that missed. That would have been very annoying to get hit by a stun spore there. And she wastes her hyper potion. Yeah, see, that's the other thing too, because when Jazzy is at a better level, I'll be able to one-shot Charizard with a Rock Slide. Like, a 4-time super effective Rock Slide only doing 70% to Charizard literally made no sense. Like, I get it, I was 10 levels lower than the Charizard, but that's a 4-time super effective Rock Slide, you feel me? That... You know what? I actually can't learn this right now. Does Fire Red LeafGreen have a move relearner? This was actually really bad to let Swizzle hit this. If I get an agility off earlier in that fight, then we ensure we outspeed Alakazam and we one-shot it with Twin Needle. I think we just found our out. Like, actually. How can I position Swizzle to get off an agility right before... Actually, that's easier said than done, but... I don't know if this game has a move relearner. I know Hoenn does. Okay, I'm gonna say no for now. But I'm gonna need you guys to let me know if there is a move relearner. If not, at the end of the recording today, if not, I won't save the game and I'll turn it off, because then it just puts me right back to the before the Gary fight, and then I'll make my way through here. Oh, 2 Island with the mushrooms. Okay. So we're good. But let's think about this, right? How do I even get T-Swizzle in a position to click agility against Gary, right? Because I can't lead with it against Pidgeot. I would get destroyed by Wing Attack, and I also can't really damage a Pidgeot, so... I guess the best position would be when Executor's on the field, but Executor also messes me up with Psychic, so you see what I'm getting at? Like, how do I even position Swizzle to click agility against Gary? He doesn't really have a Pokemon I could set up on as a Beedrill. Which is kind of why I'm thinking about the route of just paralyzing Alakazam with T-Wave. Then we send in Swizzle. I don't keep sacking it like I did twice against Alakazam today. What do I want to do here? I guess we go Dre for Ice Beam. All these grass types. Plus, they can't really hurt me as Water Poison. Okay, 2 Island. Thank you, Jazz. That's a good call. So you see what I mean? Like, we have to find an out. We have to find multiple outs against Gary and Alakazam, because it's going to all come down to that. And you know what? I never utilized... I don't think I did. The Thunder Wave move tutor inside Sylph. I talked about it, and I think I thought about putting it on Gengar, but I didn't end up doing it. So maybe we put T-Wave on Gengar. It's just, how does Gengar... I'm going to have to get Gengar to a level where it can outspeed Alakazam, or else I'm cooked. Because obviously I'm going to get one-shot by a Psychic. Which is why, personally, over the years, I've always used Alakazam over Gengar, right? Because Gengar has a base speed stat of 110, and Alakazam is 120 base speed. So just to put it in perspective, let's say, for example, let's give an example here, right? because I grew up playing single battles, right? So I remember all the calculations at level 100. So let's play some hypotheticals here. Imagine you have a timid nature Gengar and a timid nature Alakazam, right? They both have a speed boosting nature. Doesn't matter what nature, but let's just say you have a timid Alakazam and a timid Gengar, okay? Because, and let's also say they both have 31 IVs, a perfect IV in the speed stat, and they have 252 EVs invested into their speed stats. We're going to play absolute max values here. So what a 110 base speed stat equates to a speed stat of 350 at level 100, whereas Alakazam is base 120, which would turn into 372 speed at level 100. So Alakazam is 22 points faster, right? 350 versus 372. Alakazam's faster than Gengar, and Gengar's weak to Psychic. So as a kid growing up, I always preferred Alakazam over Gengar for that reason, right? Because Alakazam's better. It's just as simple as that. And we don't need to fight these Geodudes. Let's just get out of here. So, you know, I got a lot of experience with oh, we also got to do this, okay. What? Oh, I already used Strength. Yeah, there's the double battle Jazz was talking about, but I think that's avoidable too, actually. So I did not remember that. You can actually get all the way through here without fighting a single trainer if you wanted to. We just took that optional fight because I wanted to get Swizzle to 40. Yeah, exactly. Gengar ain't nothing to Alakazam, man. Alakazam's so much better. For that reason, simply because it's faster and because it stabs Psychic moves against Gengar, who's Poison type, so... Yes, Gengar is strong with the Ghost types into Alakazam, but it doesn't matter if you get outsped and you get one shot. You're never going to get a hit off as a Gengar. So, and that's kind of... Unfortunately, I have flipped the script on myself, and I put myself in that position now. So with all that being said, that kind of goes back to... I got to make sure I put Gengar at a level where it can actually outspeed the Alakazam. And that's going to be tough. But back in Gen 3, wasn't T-Wave 100% accuracy, right? Thunder Wave was one of the most broken attacks because it's... For the first few generations, I think... Maybe even all the way to Gen 5, it was like 100% accuracy, but... Eventually, because T-Wave is too good, they did nerf it down to 90 accuracy so it could miss. Also, they changed how the speed works too, right? Because... Yeah. So, originally being paralyzed... using T-Wave or whatever to paralyze your opponent, cut their speed by 75%. This is, by the way, this is the double-edged move tutor. So yeah, you can actually get out of here with battling nobody. But they did double nerf paralysis because it was just way too good. So originally it cut speed by 75%, now it only cuts speed by 50%. So there are some fast Pokemon that can still outspeed slower mons after being paralyzed. But it was really hard to outspeed anything back in the day when you got your speed cut by 75%. So that was nerf number 1 to paralysis, and nerf number 2 was that T-Wave was always 100% accuracy, but then they nerfed it to 90. There's also a hidden item up here. I don't remember exactly where. I always mess this up, but okay, there it is. So, with all that being said, in this game, I'm pretty sure T-Wave is still 100% accuracy. I think it was much later it got nerfed, and it cut speed by 75%, so... You know, sacking Gengar to get a Thunder Wave off on Alakazam is unfortunate, especially if he doesn't send out Gyarados first. Like, right? We need Gengar to T-Bolt Gyarados. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting when we come back for Part 9. One way or another, we will find a way to win. I'll guarantee you that. Look, I don't know how we're going to win. The only thing I know is that we are going to win. Alright, so I'm gonna hit the YouTube outro here in a second, but let's talk about a couple things before Part 9. Okay, we're going to come back. We're going to dominate the Elite Four. Not only the Elite Four, but the champion. AKA Mr. Purple Pants, Gary Oak himself, right? We're gonna become the champion in Part 9. I just don't know how yet, right? So, I gotta go back to the drawing board. I gotta run some damage calcs. But I'm telling you right now, man, I ain't gonna lose to that Alakazam or that Charizard. I ain't losing to Gary at all. And I'm not using potions or revives in battle. I'm gonna build this team where I can ensure that I win. Well, you can never ensure. There's always freezes, confusion hits, right? There's hacks, so you can never guarantee you win in Pokemon, but I'm going to set myself up with the best odds to win, and I'm going to do it in a way where we're going to foolproof it, and we're going to beat that fool. And we're going to dominate Gary, along with the rest of the Elite Four, and we will become the champion in Part 9. That I can guarantee you. I just don't know how we're going to do that, so from this position, this is where we're going to hit the intro, the outro today, and then the YouTube intro for Part 9 as well. But from this position, I'm going to fly back to Fuchsia in between episodes. I'm going to delete all the HM moves that we have on the squad and come back with some juiced up movesets and also massive level gains too. We can also talk about that real quick. So everybody's in the low 40s, as you can see. The Elite Four is interesting in Kanto. The first couple of Elite Four members are like low 50s. Then it's like mid to high 50s towards the end. And Gary's got like 60s, right? He has like high 50s, low 60s on everybody. So because I want to put that fool in his place and absolutely smoke his team, I'm probably going to put everybody between 58 to 60. Will that make me a little OP for the first couple of Elite Four members? Yes. Who cares? That's not the point, right? The point is not to struggle my way through this. The point is to dominate, man. That's why we're here. That's why we show up every day to work. To dominate. We don't show up to have fun. You know, hope we get like... No. We're here for one reason. That's to absolutely dominate. So, that's what we're going to do next time in Part 9. And with that being said, I'm going to have to get everybody up to probably 56, 58, somewhere in that range, because realistically, they're not going to grow that many levels during the Elite Four. Everybody might get one level or two at the most. But there's no way anybody's going to grow like 4 or 5 levels. So I'm pretty sure his Charizard is at like 63 at that point. 62, 63. So, oh, okay, T-Wave Gen 1 through 6, it was 100. Okay. So they actually nerfed it in Gen 7. I thought they nerfed it in Gen 6. Interesting. Yeah, no, we're gonna wipe the floor with that guy next time. Guaranteed. Wait, what I missed, Jazz? Oh, I think you're pointing at the T-Wave thing. I just now got to it, but due to like the couple second delay, I feel like that's what you were pointing at. What else did you say? The double battle with Nidoking, Nidoqueen. Yeah, and I already read the comment about 2 Island with the mushrooms. All right, so I'll hit the YouTube outro here from this position, but just a little sneak peek as to what I'm going to be cooking up behind the scenes. And in terms of level up moves, Josh will be learning Poison Fang, which again I probably just replaced for Confuse Ray. I'm not going to rely on that. But Josh is going to get Poison Fang. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with everybody, but I'm probably going to come back with T-Wave on Gengar. Dre will have something different over Acid. Acid is just terrible, but I don't know what. I might teach Double Edge to Venusaur. I'm going to teach Double Edge to somebody. Probably Venusaur. Because I think Jazzy's good to go now. And Swizzle has Cut, Rock Smash. Those are going to go for Agility and probably Sunny Day, right? We talked about that. Sprouts, I might also teach Solar Beam in between episodes. So, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet, but that's just kind of some first impressions. So, we'll see what I cook up. But we will be back, and we will dominate. That's all I can tell you. Alright? So, with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and hit the YouTube outro here. I'll stick around for a couple more minutes on stream, but in terms of the YouTube recording, this is going to do it for Part 8. Look, we got smoked. I'm gonna hold that L. We got absolutely smoked by Gary and Alakazam today. But that's like losing in the preseason, right? Doesn't matter, man. You can beat me in the regular season and the preseason, but when it comes to playoff time, that's why we're winners. And Gary gonna go home a loser. I win when it matters. I'll take L's every now and then when it doesn't matter. But you ain't gonna catch me taking L's when it comes playoff time, so that's what happens in the Elite Four, and that's why we're about to win the whole thing next time. So with all that being said, this is going to do it for Part 8. We now have the 8 badges. You know what comes next, baby. So for anybody that is watching this video in the future on YouTube, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the action today, and I also hope that you have a good rest of your day, wherever you go after watching this video. Alright, take care, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.